Hey, good morning, everyone. Russ McCann coming to you live. Hey, I've been playing around a little bit with the video, kind of the introduction, right? Kind of step it up a little bit, step up my game, and be a little bit more, I don't know, cool, right? It's always been my goal to be cool. Hey, how are you guys doing this morning? Hey, hopefully you're with me live. And by the way, I want to apologize. I scheduled this live for 10 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. Can you believe that? Russ McCann, made a mistake. And I'm thinking, like literally 20 seconds before this was ready to go live, I realized that and caught that and made the change on the fly. And guess what? You're here. All right. I love it. So Patty is wishing us a good morning, and always love that. And you know what? Patty is always encouraging. For those of you that don't know Patty Montgomery, check her out over on Facebook. She has just been rocking and rolling her health journey, one of the clients on our program. And you know what? We actually have Patty's best friend with us in Grace Kennedy Holtzman. And you know what? Grace and Patty have been amazing on our program. And guess what? I have my biggest fan, my ultimate fan this morning, Denise, my wife, saying, "No, you never make mistakes." All right, but don't tell her. I make them all the time. So yeah, and you know what? Denise is very, very quick to point out my errors in judgment, right? We'll just call them that. We won't call them mistakes. They're errors in judgment, right? How do you like that? And look at that. This is like old home week, right? My good friend Diana and Gary Bean, all the way from Seal Beach, California. And just to share a little story about Diana and Gary. So Gary, Diana's husband, is my double X brother-in-law. All right. So you're going to love these personal stories on my 30 days of Facebook Live, because I'm going to tell all my secrets. So Gary is my double X brother-in-law, which means his ex-wife and my ex-wife are sisters. That's what makes us double X brother-in-laws. Well, Gary met Diana many years ago. They got married, and I ran into them at the Lodi Grape and Wine Festival. So for those of you that know the Central Valley of California, Lodi is like one of the wine growing regions, about an hour and a half from Napa. But in any case, we were at the Lodi Grape Festival. Gary and Diana ran an auto detail shop, and I was doing my health coaching. And Gary and Diana came over to the booth that I was working. This is like 15 years ago. And, she sent Gary down first, and then she came down to check it out. Next thing you know, they were both starting our health program, and got on the program, got healthy, became coaches, and have really been a big part of our coaching family as well. So good friends, family, and amazing stories. So, hey, just so you know, we are on Facebook Live, and actually we're on Facebook and over on YouTube, right? So my YouTube channel. So I'm working on that aspect of getting out in social media. So I am on both broadcasting on YouTube and on my Facebook page. And so I'm kind of just playing a little bit with the system. So Denise helped me a little bit with this last night, making sure that we got it right. So these are all of the comments coming through. And so I would just encourage you, if you're going to be part of my 30 days live with Russ McCann, I need you to be interactive, all right? So I can't hear you, but I can see you as you type. So if you have any questions or any comments or anything that you'd like to just share, we will do our best to share them on screen like this. So it's kind of a new technology, and we're really finding a lot of fun with that. So just in case you didn't know, my name is Russ McCann. I've committed to doing 30 days of live video right here on my Facebook page. I'm going to try to do them around 10 o'clock each morning, including the weekends. So that one could get a little tough. And so here's what I'm wanting you to do is, if you'd like to follow along with my lives, check my Facebook timeline and find out when the next one is going to be. So I'll schedule those usually a day ahead of time. And, oh, look at this. Hey, Devin says, my daughter, and why aren't you at work? Okay, it's 10 o'clock on Wednesday. You should be at work. Maybe it's your your midday off. Devin, Corey, I call her, is doing amazingly well at Amazon. Anybody ever got a package from Amazon? You know what? If you've been in the Sacramento area and you got the package same day, then guess what? Probably Devin and her team over at Amazon put that all together. So where are these star things? Patty, I have no idea where the star things are. So not quite sure. There is a star that I can mark a comment as a favorite and come back to it. So yeah, so Gary and Diana were just kind of reminiscing, I'm sure, with me, kind of talking about all those memories. And yep, okay, so Devin's not going to get fired. She's on a break. And you know what? She can't wait but to see her dad on Facebook Live. I know this is totally humiliating her, but you know what? I'm doing my best, sweetheart, and I'm doing it all for you. All right, not really all for you, but I'm doing it for you. So anyway, hey, love that, guys. So I'm going to be doing this series, 30 Days of Facebook Live with Russ McCann, and we're gonna maybe share some tips, some recipes, some life hacks. Might be doing some interviews, and so those will be fun. Those will be a little longer than our normal lives. But you know what? I'm going to take 30 days, and I'm going to try to send out this message: positivity, hope, health, a commitment to improving yourself every day, and just, you know what, lifting other people up. You know, there's so much going on in this world where we're all kind of tearing each other down. Families are being torn apart because of someone's, belief in a political party or whatever. And I would just say, you know what, we're all humans on this planet sharing the space. And you know what, we should respect and be kind to one another, even if their opinion differs from yours. So you know what, we can agree to disagree. And you know what, the best place for us to voice our political aspirations is in the voting booth. We don't need to air it out on social media. So there's my tip of the day as the political season is heating up. You can hear the rhetoric. I've turned off the TV. I think we're a few days away from the midterm elections. And you know what? Go vote. It is your right to go vote for whoever you feel will take your life in this country in the best direction. So, all right. So now that's my public service announcement as it relates to politics. But you know what? I don't really care which party you're with or if your party, I don't even really care if you don't vote. I just want you to be kind to those around you when they disagree with you or when they're spewing whatever they spew. Just listen, be kind, make them, something nice to eat, and show them kindness and love through the things that you do. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get off that. That was not my intention for the live today, but that's kind of what lives do. We get to go in a different direction. So for those of you that are joining my live today, I actually have a topic, believe it or not. I'm not just going to ramble for 20 minutes. I actually have a topic. And so I'm going to move into that because, right now, coming up, getting ready for, November, December, January, it's the 2nd of November. There are some things that we can do to help us each and every day and each and every week have an amazing week. And here's a couple of tips that I'm going to share with you because I think sometimes we get lost in the shuffle. We get up, we get going, we go to work, we do what we do, and we, go to bed and we do it all over again. And we really don't focus on the things that we know will change our life and maybe make the lives of those around us better. And so I'm going to share the 3 tips to help you have an amazing week this week. I've done this before, but not during my 30 days because it's only day number 2, right? So tip number 1, I guess I should get my head out of the way. Tip number 1 is write down 3 things that you'd like to accomplish this week. It doesn't matter what they are. They could be chores. They could be tasks. They could be something at work, a project at work. They could be some things going on around the house. I always like the things you'd like to accomplish kind of around personal growth. So let's say you would love to have a stronger relationship with your partner, your spouse. And setting up a weekly date night would be really important at moving that relationship forward or doing something fun together and putting all the other things of life on hold and go spend some time with each other. That might be one of the things you want to accomplish this week, right? Set up and establish a date night. Don't surprise them because, maybe they're not ready for that, or maybe they had other plans. But, set up a date night. So that might be a goal number one. And just anything that you would like to accomplish, I want you to write those down. I'm really big on sticky notes. In fact, at one time I was trying to call my Facebook Live Sticky Notes with Russ McCann. That was kind of dorky. But, maybe on a sticky note, write down those 3 things that you'd like to accomplish in the week, and then really work hard to move in that direction. So obviously you have to have a goal written down, and you have to get into action, right? So tip number 2, this one you're going to love, because this is all about you, and that is set aside time each week just for yourself. And you really need to do this. Read a good book. Play your favorite album from the 70s, right? Hey, drop in the chat what your favorite album was from the 70s if you're old enough. If you're not old enough to remember the 70s, or you were born after that, maybe just share your favorite group from when you were in high school. How's that, right? But we really need to do some things to take care of ourselves. Maybe go get a massage. Maybe go get a haircut. Go get your nails done. Just go on a bike ride. Go on a hike. Go to the park. Go to the lake, the river. Do something for you that gives you joy, right? Because if you go all week long and you don't do anything that brings you joy, then you're wasting the moments, right? And we only have so many minutes and so many days on this earth. We want to make sure that we make the most of them, and we want to live a life that what we feel really good about. So, all right. So we're getting some tips in here. So Patty says Johnny Mathis. Chances are, right? So that, I don't know if that's the song or the album. Probably the album. So Johnny Mathis. Yeah, I remember Johnny Mathis. That was probably more my sister and my mother listening to Johnny Mathis than me. I was probably more, the Monkees, right? Or certainly Elvis was still, clipping along when I was a kid. James Taylor was one of my very favorites. And I love that, Kenny Loggins and Messina, kind of that guitar harmony, that kind of the Oak Ridge Boys. If you're looking for a little rock and country, Oak Ridge Boys were a good one. So anyway, just to kind of really, again, step number 1 is write down the 3 things that you want to accomplish this week. Set aside some time for just yourself. And tip number 3, the grand finale, is plan your main meals for the week in advance. This is really, really important as it relates to improving your health, right? So if you want to be healthier and you want to be at a healthier weight, we need to eat right, all right? So it's not about dieting, it's about eating right. And you know what? If you've got 7 main meals for the day, you might have lunch and dinner, so you might actually have 14. You might have breakfast, lunch, dinner, so you're going to have 21. But the main meals for the week, I'd love for you to just spend a few minutes today and write those out, plan those out, your recipes. I've got some really great healthy recipes in my timeline. Also, if you're on Facebook, so you can find me at Facebook for all you YouTube folks. You can find me on Facebook, and you can go to my Facebook page. So it's facebook.com/Russell-McCann. You'll find me. And in my photo albums, I have a whole photo album dedicated to healthy recipes. And there's, I don't know, about 30 or 40 of those, all right? So if you're looking for recipes, there's plenty there. And if you're actually looking to ultimately be at your goal weight, please, reach out to a coach. Maybe you already have a coach that you're working with. Please reach out to them and stay really focused on your long-term goals to be healthy. Certainly Denise and I, if you're not working with a coach already, and if you're looking to shore up your meal plan, maybe lose a little bit of weight, focus on developing new daily habits, feel free to reach out to Denise and I, and we'll do everything we can to help you focus on those things that are important. But just in general, if you plan out your weeks in advance, you're probably going to be more successful at being healthy than if you come home from work and say, honey, what are we going to do for dinner? And you know what? She was kind of hoping you'd planned that. Neither one of you did, so what do? You pick up the phone, you call DoorDash, you order pizza to be delivered, or you decide to go out. And we know that when we do that, we don't generally make healthy choices, generally speaking. So that's my third tip for the week is plan your meals in advance. Try to eat as healthy as you can. Drink plenty of water. That might be tip number 4. We don't drink enough water. And here's the reward. So there's always a reward for behavior, right? And that is if you do these things and if you commit to doing these, then guess what? I want you to reward yourself. Look at that. Look at that. You're number 1 and reward yourself by doing something amazing for yourself this week. And again, I kind of gave, the massage or maybe, buy yourself something that you've been wanting to do and you just haven't bit the bullet. Go on Amazon, help my daughter out, find something that brings you joy. Reward yourself with something other than a piece of cake and cookies, right? So a lot of times when people eat healthy, they go, I'm going to reward myself for being so good this week. And then we eat 3 slices of apple pie, right? So that's a little counterproductive. But if you commit and reach your goals for the week, the 3 things you wanted to accomplish, do something for yourself and plan out your main meals, and you do that, I'd love for you to reward yourself. And I'd love for you to drop back in here and share with me what your reward was. Oh, man, I'm almost afraid to have you do that, but that's cool. So let's see. So I'm getting some more comments. Always love that. And so here's kind of the comment window. Brenda says, James, yes, right? Sweet baby James. I love that. I love the song Mexico. Just kind of got that tropical feel. Always makes me feel relaxed. Grace said Sinatra, Dean Martin, etc., kind of in that genre. So I'd love to know, Grace, if you like Michael Bublé, right, who does a lot of that style of music, but he's younger, right? So I find true Sinatra fans are generally not a fan of Michael Bublé. But you know what? He's very, very talented. Dean Martin, yep, I grew up with him as well. So a great sound. And Diana Bean, Simon and Garfunkel, right? I love that. Simon and Garfunkel, The Sound of Silence. Diana, I know you remember that one. And then we're getting lots of love. Grace says, yep, love Michael Bublé. Yeah, he's just got a little bit of a different sound, but a lot of the same kind of thing. Denise and I went to Italy a few years ago, and I came back and I made this video. And I used many Michael Bublé songs in the video, which was really cool. It's kind of the background. So Patty loves Michael Bublé. Diana see, now Michael Bublé is a handsome young man, don't you think? All right. So I don't know. Maybe this is kind of the ladies. I'm not getting too many guys here on my Facebook Live, but I'll always love that. So let me ask you a question. I'm not going to drag this out today. I want to kind of keep this short. I actually have a client to talk to here at 10:30, but I wanted to just say this is going to be 30 days of Russ McCann Live. I'm not sure if you're ready for that, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. So I'm going to try to plan in advance, and when I post the schedule for tomorrow, I'll try to put my topic, so maybe you'll know, hey, do I want to be in on that one or not? But hopefully you'll come and hang out with me. And I'm kind of enjoying this new platform because I actually get to be interactive and see the comments. A lot of times when I do lives, it's just me and my thoughts and I ramble on. I know I'm kind of rambling on now, but you know what? It's a lot more fun to ramble around with you folks and see your comments than for me just to talk to myself. So anyway, I wanted to also say that I'm going to try to, over the 30 days, kind of refine my skill. I'm going to get better at this, right? And Denise is probably going, yeah, I sure hope so, right? She's always heckling me from the other room. And so I'm gonna play this intro again because I like it. And I would love to see, do you like this intro? And should I keep it or should... I did another intro yesterday, so maybe I'll do a different intro every day until I figure out what I like. But I like this one. I'm going to play this one again. So. Yep, and hey, by the way, much of this footage, this particular shot, drone footage, I actually shot with my drone. And that's not me. But I love this. I love music. That's what we're talking about today. Health, exercise, being outdoors. Anyway, so I put Denise's picture in there because I didn't want to get upstaged by her, right? Because, she's my hardest critic, by the way. So Patty says, do it different every day. I don't know if I have the time to do that, but maybe I'll mix it up, right? We'll throw some different pictures in there. So, all right. So remember our 3 tips. Write down 3 things you want to accomplish this week. Do something for yourself and plan your meals out ahead of time. That can be very, very powerful. And all I can say is have an amazing rest of the day. I can't wait to hear your feedback and get from you. If you're watching this in replay, please keep those comments coming. I will respond to each and every comment. Go to my Facebook page, go to my photo album, and grab some of those healthy recipes. There's always some great ones in there. And with that, you guys go out and have an amazing rest of the day.